Welcome back to Monday Night Football as we count down to kickoff between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Saints. Very pleased to be joined by the owner of the Raiders, Mark Davis. Mark, how are you this evening?
Doing fantastic, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing great. What a great milestone for the Raider organization. Tonight, the christening and the grand opening of the brand new Raider Stadium in Las Vegas. This has been a long-time dream for this organization and your father, and I'm just wondering how it's hitting you this evening that they're actually going to be playing football now in something that has been so long in the works.
Well, again, everything that comes true in life takes a lot of people to do it. And it's just really unbelievable how this thing came to be, starting with Napoleon Cap McCallum, former Raider running back, telling me that his boss might be interested in helping us build a stadium in Las Vegas. And for years, I was pushing Napoleon off, telling him, listen, I'm trying to get something done in Oakland. I'm trying to get something done possibly in L.A. in case something doesn't get done in Oakland. And when both of those projects fell through, I told Napoleon, listen, I'm ready to meet your boss. And he took me to Sheldon Adelson and the people at the Sands Group, Rob Goldstein, other stalwarts of Las Vegas, Steve Wynn, and former Governor Brian Sandoval and current Governor Steve Sisolak all came together and put a program together. And I've never seen a city be able to work so quickly and so efficiently than Las Vegas did from the moment that we said go till the completion of this stadium, which we're going to be opening tonight. And it's just such an exciting moment for me, the complete Raider organization, and, of course, the Raider Nation as a whole.
Mark, we all remember when the team moved to Los Angeles. So this has been a 40-year process to try and get a new stadium. Can you imagine all of the meetings and man-hours, laborious negotiations as you now look back that this has taken to get to this point?
Well, you're true there. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into this. And I've got to say that, with our staff, Mark Bedane, Dan Ventrelli, Tom Blanda, and so many other people that I can't name right now, but will be named in the future, put their blood, sweat, and tears and their lives into making this a reality. And you can't thank them enough. You can't thank all the people that have done this. And I think the Raider Nation is going to be very proud when they see this thing tonight as we open up our new era in Las Vegas.
Can you express for us how your mom, Mrs. Carol Davis, is feeling?
I think she would be the one to ask. I've never spoken for my mom or dad. She's excited. She's excited for me. She's excited for the organization to truly have a home field advantage. But I don't want to speak for her. I think at some point in time, Jim, you're very close with her, and I think she'll be happy to sit down and tell you what she thinks.
Well, there's a very special ceremony that will take place, and it has now for the past several years. Mark, since your father's passing, there is a flame that has burned so bright at every home game for the Raiders, and it is lit by a very special guest. It's the eternal flame for Al Davis, for what he has represented to honor and memorialize his amazing and significant contributions to not only the Raiders but professional football. Who will have that honor this evening in the brand new stadium?
Well, Jim, let me just go back. In 2011, when my father passed away, we brought in a torch. And that first night, John Madden lit the torch for my father, who always said that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raider organization is the will to win. And we continued that ceremony for every home game. In fact, even when we played in Mexico City and London, we brought the torch with us. And when we built this new stadium, the new stadium was designed around the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the peristyle end, and the Olympic torch that they had there. And that was the main reason that the stadium is built the way it is and is designed the way it is. And with the way things are going, unfortunately, the stadium is having its grand opening, its inaugural season, and unfortunately, we won't be able to have fans at the stadium. And so it was just, I had to make a tough decision on whether we were going to light the torch this season or not. And when I thought about it, there was only one person only one person that I thought that could be representative enough to light the torch for the inaugural game in our stadium. And that's the First Lady of the Raider Nation, my mom, Carol Davis. And she is coming down, and she will light the torch tonight. And I am so proud, and it brings tears to my eyes right now to even think about it, that she's been the First Lady of the Raider Nation for it's going into her 7th decade. And all of the people that she has mothered through this thing besides me, and all of her friends in this organization, I just think it's going to be a very special moment.
She is a great lady, and having been able to be close to your father and your mother, I know that Al will be looking down so proud of the woman that he called Caroli, the great Carol Davis. That's a great honor, Mark. How difficult will it be for you not to be able to attend tonight, because you said if the fans can't go, you're not going to go?
Yeah, that's right, Jim. It's going to be tough. I haven't missed a game, and I don't think over 30 years. But I just felt it was the right thing to do. There's so many people that had a part in building the stadium, and the fans are definitely played a major role. And all those people that bought PSLs, it was impossible for me to tell one person, you can't go, but the guy that sits next to you can, to this opening game. So I came to the difficult decision to say that if one person can't go, then nobody's going to go. And if nobody's going to go, that means I can't go either. So I'll be watching it tonight over at Raiders headquarters with a select group of people that had helped build this stadium and bring us to Las Vegas, to say thank you to them. At the same time, we'll be raising money for two of our favorite charities in the Las Vegas area, which is the Lou Ruvo Center for Brain Health and Brain Disease, and for the Opportunity Village, which works with underdeveloped kids. It's just something really special to us, and so we'll be donating quite a bit of money to them tonight in the name of the people that helped build this stadium.
So, Mark, you really took the fans' approach in this, because so often we hear that in sports it's only about money, but you picked the fans over finance. It's got to be a huge financial hit for you to lose any revenue that might have been generated, be it 10% of the fans, 20%, 10,000 or whatever. That's a big hit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely a big hit, Jim. But, there's so many other people that are hurting here in the Las Vegas area that I can't really look to myself and feel sorry for myself. There's so many people that have lost jobs and everything else. And really what we're hoping to do is be part of the impetus to bring this city back to where it belongs again. And it will. I've been here through our groundbreaking happened during 10/1 after they had the tragedy here. Everybody said that Las Vegas is a transient city and there's no soul and none of that type of closeness. And I saw it the exact opposite. These are some of the most closest people I've ever seen, and they're so strong, and that this city's going to bounce back. And I just felt that I would be with the fans in this situation. And if we have to take a loss, we'll take a loss. But I'm looking at the long range and the long-term goals of creating a community and making sure that the Raider Nation is proud of everything that we do.
Mark, you've obviously been to the stadium numerous times, having overseen the entire construction and gone out and met with the construction workers constantly over this couple of year period. What's your favorite part of the stadium?
There's a couple of things, Jim. It was always definitive that it would be a grass field. I was not going to build a stadium that had artificial turf. And so we looked to the Arizona Cardinals, and what Michael Bidwell and his family came through with was the field that sits outside all week, and then on game day or the night before the game is rolled into this stadium. And I think that when they had the courage to do that, we talked to them. They consulted with us. We're just so excited to bring that technology into use. That's one of the things. But again, just in the last couple of days, the torch was finished. And to look up, that was the crowning achievement of this stadium. It was the thing that said, okay, now we are complete. And but there are so many things in the stadium. I'll just mention another one, Jim. Everything that we've done is trying to be tied to the local community, to let Las Vegas know that, we're coming in. We're not going to expect your love automatically we're going to earn it. And everything we do is geared towards working within the community. In trying to attempt to do a art program for the stadium, we thought about it quite a lot, and then decided that we took one of our local artists, Michael Goddard, and made him the person that was going to put together the art program, the curator. And what we did is we took, I guess it's 95% all local artists out of Las Vegas. There might be 300 of them that came up with paintings and things like that that were geared towards showing the history of Las Vegas, the history of the Raiders, and we gave them ideas, but let them do it in their own, the way that they wanted to interpret it. So when you walk around the stadium, there's a lot of art, but it's all from local artists. And we're really proud of that aspect of it. So that might be my favorite part, is bringing in the local community again, because it really is their stadium.
Final thought here, Mark. Your dad left such an indelible impression on the National Football League. In fact, he was named as the seminal figure in the history of the league by Sports Illustrated when the league celebrated NFL 100. So I'm just wondering, how have you taken on the role as the owner of this team based on just that huge legacy that your father has left? Commitment to excellence, pride and poise, just win, baby. I'd rather be right than consistent. How have you managed to step forward with all of that in your background and be able to flourish in the way that you have, getting a new stadium and now shepherding this team into the 21st century?
Well, I think initially it was just that I didn't try to fill his shoes, that I know what he created and what the things that he has done on and off the field, which are very important. I live by a lot of the mottos of the Raiders, that commitment to excellence, just win. But one of the ones that is most important to me is that the most valuable asset the Raiders have is its alumni, and it's a family. And everything that I do is to try to perpetuate the legacy that my father created, as well as make the people that have helped build it themselves proud of what we're doing. And I think tonight is going to be one of the proudest moments that they'll ever have, when they see the home that we've built in honor of everything that they've done through their blood, sweat, and tears.
It's a great way to put it. One of the things he always said is the greatness of the Raiders is in its future. Mark Davis, tonight, the future has arrived. Congratulations to you and the team. We thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate you.